Next guy I'm getting ready to introduce, he's got to do his invitation to me. I'm sure he's probably planning on doing it anyway. But I met this guy last September, and just the neatest guy in the world. He's a two-time world boxing champ, and yeah, he always tells me he wants me to go along with him when we walk in bad neighborhoods. I can protect him. He's great. He gets me walking with him. But he's prepared. He made his own documentary, and that wasn't his background. But he was just so passionate about the cause and what he went through, and realized what all of us are going through, that he learned everything he needed to know to make his own documentary. And I've seen it, and it is a first-class documentary. He'll be telling you the details on how to download it. I believe it's going to be available online for only $5. So I would highly encourage everybody to go ahead and watch it. It is powerful. I think we're going to be showing a clip of it in a little bit. But at this point, I'd like you to all welcome a guy that I consider like a brother to me, Yahya McClain.
Thank you, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Daughter died. No one told me. Still collecting child support from me.
She dug her fingernails into my arms, which her fingernails were like this long.
Let's go, sir. Come on, sweetie. Yeah, I understand, sweetie.
I know a lot of you are going through the very same things that I'm going through right now.
This doesn't just happen to men, this also happens to women. Mothers are alienated as well.
Children that are impacted by fatherlessness or motherlessness, children that are caught in the middle, have emotional turmoils that are tremendous that come through in so many different revelatory ways. I'll give you a prime example. I had a client that I was counseling. It was a 36-year-old man. And at one point, he had experienced fatherlessness. So sitting across the table, guy had hands like sledgehammers. He was huge, he was big, and this was a great big guy, he was like 6'4". And I'm talking to him, and I'm asking him this question, and I say to him, who taught you how to pee? He rears back for a second, he gets confused, he looks frustrated. You can see the range of emotions that are going on through his mind. And all of a sudden, these tears start coming down his face. He's absolutely bawling. And I pause him and I say, what's wrong? Where is all of this coming from? Tell me about the tears. He says, you know, when I was in middle school and I was in high school, I got teased because every time I went into the locker room or the boys' bathroom, I had to put the seat down to pee. Because my mom taught me how to pee. My dad was never there. They were always fighting with one another. And these are the emotional struggles and things that some people carry with them throughout their lives. And oftentimes they go untouched, they go untalked about. And their repressed feelings of resentment, of regret, and this anger that people carry around with them. There was another child that was 8 years old, and his mother brought him into an office, and she said, fix him. And it was just her. She had been warring with the father, even though the father wanted to be a part of the child's life. And she wanted this child fixed. One of the teachers had reported and said that we really need him to be classified as ADHD. Now, nothing was wrong with the child, and I talked with the mother, and I ended up talking to the child. Come to find out, the child was acting up simply because every time he got in trouble, every time he acted out in class, the teacher would then call his father. The principal would then call his father, not the mother, but his father. So because he was acting up, because he was getting into all of this trouble, this was a chance and an opportunity for him to see his dad. And that's the only thing he wanted. He didn't need a diagnosis. He didn't need drugs. All he wanted was the attention of the father. So sometimes the emotional turmoil of parents and the resentment and all of the things and the frustrations and disappointments that are going on as parents, we get caught in this windstorm of irrelevance, and we forget about the most important piece of this thing, the child.
I haven't seen my son since November.
Like I said, I got one accident in 15 years.
I haven't seen my kids since December 2013.
As President of the United States, I will do everything I can to address this inequality that impacts.
Casualties of war, warriors against the regime. And so, like he said, I'm a former two-time world champion boxer. I'm gonna just tell you a quick story on how I came to this. So, I'm from New York. I'm from Jamaica, Queens. If ever anyone knows, it's a rough neighborhood. My father was killed when I was 3 years old. My mother raised 3 boys by herself. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps.
Hoorah!
And like I said, I'm a former two-time world champion boxer. So basically, I've been fighting all my life. But this fight that I'm losing, that we all are losing in the family law court system, is by far the worst scenario that I've ever found myself in. And so, as I went through my divorce, and I'm going to court, lawyered up, and nothing's going my way. And I'm being called a pedophile, or, you know, all types of stuff. I didn't think I was gonna go there.
I went through it too, bro.
You're all right, Yahya. Let's go, baby. You're all right, Yahya.
So,
been there, bro. Good.
So I started reaching out to Facebook, looking for different people to help me fathers, different groups. And I met Thomas Fiddler through Facebook. He introduced me to Cass Jackson, Neil Shelton, and the list just ran on and on. And I started hearing all these different stories. And I started realizing how ubiquitous of a problem this was. And initially I wanted to make a movie. I was like, I need to make a movie about this because the whole world needs to know. But then I started meeting more and more people. And I started realizing how serious it was. And I started hearing these stories of suicide and, you know, all types of depression. So I was like, nah, I can't make a movie about it because that would just be my perspective. So I decided to do a documentary. And like I said, the Fathers' Rights Movement and Cass Jackson and Philly Slim, everybody. As a matter of fact, everyone that was in Casualties of W.A.R. that's here, could you please stand? Because you all have become like my extended family. Come on up, please. I ain't trying to miss that. And through meeting these people, I really and truly believe that these are just some of the people. Like this, what you saw today is nothing. This was the nice version of it. Everyone come in. I guess they want to take a picture. This was the nice version of the documentary. And so meeting all these people, I genuinely believe that it saved my life. Because, like I said, I'm a fighter. I took that same fighter mentality into dealing with my divorce situation and my custody battle. And had I not seen all the things that they've gone through, all the money that they spent, the suicides, the threats, everything that they went through, I was aware of. So when I went through mine, I was prepared to deal with it more. I knew what to expect. You know, I knew the possibilities. And so hearing all these people's stories, it helped me to be able to, you know, deal with my own situation. And right now I'm probably going through all this because my son lives right here and I can't even see him. I live in Atlanta. And I'm here right now and can't even see my son.
It's wrong.
Oh, it's so
It is
wrong.
wrong.
So anyway, I want to just thank you all for everything that you've done for me. And the documentary is available now on my new website, casualtiesofwar.themovie.com. Casualtiesofwar.themovie.com. Again, I just want to thank everybody. I can fight. I'm tough. I didn't expect all this. So thank you all.